Lots to celebrate now on BBC Two, and Lee and Herring certainly know how to party.
Wake up! Get out of bed, put on your clothes, another day is dawning. Turn on your TV, time to watch This Morning with Richard, not Judy. For better, not worse, it's live, not rehearsed, made for no money, surprisingly funny. Welcome your host, Uncle Rich and Stu, they have no idea, so let's see how they do on This Morning with Richard, not Judy.
We got through it, whole series.
Hello. I am Stuart Lee.
And I'm called Rich Herring, and welcome to the last in the series of Tmwrnj.
No, enough, please.
8 weeks, Stu, 8 weeks. This is the last of 8 weeks of Tmwrnj. You know, when we started out with this show 7 long weeks ago, we came up with a mandate to make a difference, Stu, to change this crazy mixed-up world for the better.
Did we? I don't remember
Yeah,
that.
we did. Let's see how we've done, Stu.
Well, when we started this show 7 weeks ago, Saddam Hussein and Bill Clinton were sworn enemies on the brink of World War III.
Yeah. But then I made a joke about drinking cat's milk,
Which both world leaders enjoyed so much they agreed to postpone World War III until the autumn.
Yeah. All thanks to Tmwrnj.
Yeah, when this show started some 7 weeks ago, every Spice Girls record had gone straight in at #1.
Yeah. Then I made a joke about Melanie Chisholm being able to jump, and bam!
The next record only got to #2.
Yeah, that's the power of Tmwrnj.
Yeah, and when this show started out some 7 long weeks ago, everyone called opal fruits opal fruits.
Yeah. But now everyone still calls them opal fruits, but their official name is Starburst. What a different place the world is, thanks to Tmwrnj. And you know, Stu, when this show started out some 7 long weeks ago, you were 29 years old, weren't you, Stu?
Shut up.
But now you're 30, aren't you, Stu?
Fine.
Today is your 30th birthday, isn't it? 30-year-old.
Just I don't want to talk about it. Leave it, leave it.
You're right there, old
Just leave it,
Grandad
leave-
Lee. Oh,
Yeah.
30-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, you got your cardi on.
Yeah, all right, yeah. 30
enough
years
for you.
old, and my job is to be mocked by a fat man. What kind of a career is that?
It's all right, Stu, because don't worry, because I'm sorry to take the
What?
mickey, but I've got you a present, actually. Look, Stu. Here it is. It's a pipe and some slippers.
Oh,
Get it?
damn you.
I'm implying he's old. Do you
Oh,
see? It's a good joke. No, that's not the real present, Stu. Here's the real present. Look. It's a Zimmer frame, Stu. You see? So I'm saying you're old. I'm exaggerating for comic effects, Stu. Do you see what I'm doing? No, that's not the real present, Stu. Here's the real present, Stu. It's some incontinence pants. Not because you're old, because you are actually incontinent. You're quite useful, but you are old as well, aren't you?
Rich, this is ridiculous. You were 30 years old yourself last July. You were 30.
What? Ah, when did I grow old? Curse you, God, for making me this way. Curse you.
God there. And, he loves this show. Will you please welcome at the keyboard Jo Unwin and her new lover, the musician Richard Thomas.
Newbar slaves Trevor and Natalie. Look at them.
Trevor and Natalie.
They're easy on the eye. Wow, look at that. Trevor and Natalie. Whoa.
One of my younger flock came unto me the other day and said, "Who do you prefer, the Blur Band or the Oasis Band?" "Ah," I replied, "whatever passing fad or fancy may come or go, the Lord Jesus is #1 in my charts all the year round." "Yes, but ignoring Jesus for once, which band do you think is better?" he countered. "Ah, my ignorant friend," I continued, "but we cannot ignore Jesus, for he is everywhere and in everything, and he is good." But the youth did not understand my words, which fell upon his ears like barley amongst the linoleum. He grabbed me around the head and said, "No, not ah. Just for once, try answering the question without turning it round to Jesus or God or all that rubbish." "Ow," I said, "all right, stop it. You're hurting me. All right, it is the Blur Band." "Good," he said as he arrogantly turned his back and left. But as he was going, I whispered, It isn't really. It's cheese. Never heard.
Now over to Joe Unwin and the musician Richard Thomas for details of this week's Phone In.
Yeah, this week's phone-in aims to put to the test public feeling towards our inquisitive citrus fruit, the curious orange.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, good. Dial 0891 338801 if you want to see the Curious Orange sing another song while accompanied by dancing children of every nation.
0891 338801.
And dial 0891 338802 if you'd like to see the curious orange crushed into a pulp with this juicer.
0891 338802.
Dial now.
Like all mothers, Mother Nature is delighted to keep in touch with you when you're appearing in hit TV shows like BJ and the Bear or My Two Dads, but when you suddenly find yourself hosting When Insects Attack, oh, she becomes strangely distant. Hi, I'm Greg Evigan. This is When Insects Attack. This week, giant radioactive flies.
See, there I am in the park, on my own, minding my own business. You know, it's kind of clicking sound.
Remember, this is genuine amateur camcorder footage, you know.
I turn around and there's this great big giant fly, right? And before I know it, he's up on like his iron legs like he's a man, like he's big like a man. I think to myself, you've got to do something about this. So I run round the back of him, right? And I kind of lick him with a big kung fu chop. And before you know it, he's running off. The fly, that is. You see, right, I don't know how the fly got that big, right? But I reckon it must have been some kind of mutation business caused by radiation. Or it could have been from Mars or another planet. I don't know. But one thing I do know, he had a vendetta against humanity. Can I get my tiller now, please?
Well, David Lucas will be thinking twice before he minds his own business in the park again. At this stage, given the quality of the videotape you've been sending in lately, it seems unlikely that there'll be any more editions of When Insects Attack. I'm Greg Evigan. Goodbye. I made this!
King David, who would you like to be served by today? Trevor. Trevor? Yeah. Despite his ridiculously small face, really?
That's enough.
Trevor, you spoke.
I said that's enough. I've had it. You've been pillering me about the size of my face for the last 8 weeks. Now I'm going to have my say. Am I really so different from you?
Well, you've got a much smaller face.
Yes, my face is small. But does that make me any less a man? Prick? Me? Do I not bleed? Make me drink a lot, and do I not need to go to the toilet? Make me smoke cannabis, and do I not fly up in the air? I have a dream that one day people with small faces will walk together arm in arm as brothers, with people with big faces and people with normal-sized faces as well. Judge a man not by the size of his face, but by the size of his heart. And I'd say this to you, Stuart Lee. Better to have a small face than a small mind.
That was very moving, Trevor. I'm sorry I was wrong. Now, let's all celebrate how wrong I was by all eating some of these new giant Smarties.
Oh, that's a lovely gesture, Stu. Thanks. Yeah, great. What a good idea. Damn! They're too big for my tiny mouth! They don't fit in my mouth! Damn you! Making me this way!
You weren't recording, were you?
Oh, 891338801. So, you remember the question, should the orange get to sing another song or should he be crushed to a pulp?
Yeah, right. So far, 50% want him to sing.
So that means 50% want him to be pulped.
So it's neck and neck.
Actually, I used to much prefer their bits when the actor Kevin Eldon used to do stuff with his Tony Blair's
I
jokes.
love that Tony Blair show. Yeah, I was wondering, have you heard from the actor Kevin Eldon joke? Or since he went off
Forget
last
Monkey
week?
Man, forget he's toast, you know?
Well, yeah, but
But what?
well, you can't just forget 26 years just like that, you know?
Yes, you can.
He sent in this video, actually. I don't know why I didn't mention it earlier.
Did he?
Coffee! Hi, sweetheart. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's me, your husband. I'm just sending you this video postcard to let you know that I'm fine. And it's actually someone I'd like you to meet. Special new friend of mine. This is Olive, a lady who actually does understand me and gives me everything I need. Okay, honey, off you go. I'll catch you back at the flat. Hey, let's try the red ones tonight. Woo! So there you go. New lady, new job, new me.
1, 8, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hi, and welcome back to the QVC VC. And right now, have a look at this rather attractive casual sports top. And as you can see, it's got rather an amusing frog design on the front. Actually, I was thinking, frogs have got funny eyes, aren't they? And they're slimy, like Tony Blair's. So it's made of material and would make a fine gift for perhaps an auntie or an uncle or a brother.
Oh, way to go, Kerry, big time.
Phone in 50-50. You must be a little bit, there's this big knife coming down to your head. You must be a bit worried.
No, not at all, Mr. Rich. The public love me.
One thing I was curious about, Curious Orange thing is here. You know, last week, the other week, when we had the tree on, the orange tree, your mother.
Yes. Poor mother. Dead now. Dead.
Okay, leave that right now. I was wondering, if that tree is your mother, right, then who is your father?
Oh, my father, Mr. Stew. I never knew my father. All Mother ever told me was that some fat drunkard ravished her one night in the orchard at the Cheddar Fruit Farm. It was awful.
Rich?
I was lonely, Stu. The leaves were fluttering in a seductive way.
You?
Any man would have done it.
You, Mr. Rich, it was you!
Yes, Curious Orange, I am your father.
You had sex with a tree! You're sick!
Well, I'd ask you this question, the Curious Orange. Who is the real sick man in this so-called society, eh? Is it the ordinary, normal man who is sexually aroused by trees when he's drunk and has sex with them, an orange tree, even though it isn't even indigenous to this country, giving rise to a strange mutation that's half human and half citrus fruit?
Oh, it's him, obviously!
Wait, son, or is it the businessman in his suit and tie?
Excuse me, I really must protest.
Wait a minute, who are you?
I am a businessman who wears a suit and tie. I earn upwards of £12,000 a year. I own my own house, regularly have my employees around for dinner parties, make love to my wife every day, and have an indoor toilet which I use for its intended function. I'm just trying to do my job as best I can. And to suggest that my actions are in any way comparable to those of a man who swims through sewage, or sends drawings of his Winky to the Spice Girls, or has sex with trees, is extremely insulting to me and other businessmen like me. I demand an apology.
Well, all right, look, I'm sorry. I didn't think it through.
Good. I shall now take my leave of you and bid you good day.
Look, Stu, look what the businessman's wearing. Who's the real sick man, Stu?
Him, it was the businessman.
It's the businessman, after all, it is him, yes. Yes, I knew it was. Yes.
The businessman there.
Yes.
A businessman wearing women's underwear, a homage to, or if you prefer, an exact copy of the old Kenny Everett joke there. That was literally sub-Kenny Everett whimsy, wasn't it, Rich? That was Rich?
Father, son. After a hard day of teaching English at St Ian's School, I like nothing better than to relax in the staff room for a couple of hours of marking.
before going home at about 6 o'clock to do some more marking at home before going to sleep. I prefer marking in the staff room, though, as there is a camaraderie there which is an enchanting delight.
Marking, marking, marking. Sometimes it seems like all we ever do is mark. Haven't you got any marking to do, Ian?
No, I've done it, Alan.
How? How do you always do your marking so quickly?
Well, it's simple, Alan. I don't really look at anything that any of the kids write, all right?
What do you mean?
Look, it's easy. Look, Tom Lipton, right? His dad is a doctor and his mother's a university lecturer, right? A+. He's bound to be good at English, isn't he? It's easy, it's only writing. But look, little Sarah Camkin, her mother is a cleaner and her dad is dead. What chance does a kid like that got in life? D-. See?
You can't do
look,
that.
Alan, I've got a lot to do. I've got to get through it. I'm going out on Sunday night to see Ocean Colour Scene at the Civic Hall. And I've got a spare ticket, actually, Siobhan.
Sorry, excuse me,
along.
excuse me, Siobhan. No, excuse me. Are you really saying you judge children just by what their parents do for a living?
Not just by that, Alan. I work every day from 9 o'clock to 3:30 in the afternoon for nearly 30 weeks of the year, Alan. Well, I'm not about to waste my spare time by marking things written by people half my age, all right? Now I'm going for a slash.
Oh. Miss Houston,
Yeah?
I was wondering if you're not busy this weekend. I wonder if you fancied a bit of a day out.
Well, Alan...
Well, just as friends, no strings attached, etc., as they say.
I'm terribly sorry, Alan, but I'm busy this weekend.
Oh, marking.
Marking, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe another time then.
Yeah, maybe another time.
When would be convenient for you? Next weekend?
Well, let's see, shall we?
You know that one they did when they come on?
Yeah.
At the start, they wrote that when they were really stoned. I read about it in an interview. Yeah, just off the face.
Hello, Alan.
I thought you were busy at the weekend, Siobhan.
Oh, well, I finished my marking much earlier than I expected.
Oh, good. Well, was it a good pop concert?
It was.
Well, we didn't really get to see much of it, Alan, because we left after the first couple of songs.
Shut up, Ian.
Oh. Well, marking, etc. Oh dear. Ah, it's sad, isn't it? The school there, or as everyone's calling it.
It isn't enough, Rich, just to make acronyms out of everything every week and expect people to carry on enjoying them.
It is,
Can't
Stu.
do
People
that.
love it. People love stuff just repeated over and over again. Don't you?
Yeah. Stop doing repetitive stuff, but think of something new to do that is new and funny in a new way.
Oh, so you want me to stop doing repetitive stuff and think of something new to do that's new in a funny way, do you?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
You want the moon on a stick,
No,
you do?
you can't just go back to that old... Just leave it.
You
can't just do something that isn't... Think of something that's funny. Right.
You can't just say that isn't funny. I think that is funny doing that.
I don't, and I've decided it isn't.
Well, you can't say something is or isn't funny. It's subjective.
I'll show you how I can decide, Rich.
Wow.
How I can decide. I'm going to show you by playing you this children's educational...
You say this every week,
I don't,
it's repetitive.
Rich.
You say the same thing.
That I have taped off Sky TV.
TV.
Yeah, there it
A
is.
moon on a stick. That's what you want. Flog the cabin boy, Pliny. He's been naughty. Oh, hello, me hearties. It's me, Histor, Sky TV's one-eyed time-travelling pirate pro.
I got £1.50, Histor.
What?
£1.50 in exchange for the cabin boy. You told me to flog the cabin boy, and so I did flog him, and I got £1.50 for him.
You numbskull crow!
You see, flog has two meanings: to sell or to beat harshly. I misunderstood which definition you were referring to, and from thence the humour arose.
You feather brain!
A feather like a bird's feather.
How exactly
Egg.
are you going to cope
Coot like a hen's coot.
without someone
Some hen, I hate hens.
to clean?
Preen like a bird preens.
The deck.
The neck's like a bird's neck, neck.
Look, would you just stop it?
Hot, like a bird hot.
Look, I mean it. Would you just stop? I mean it. Listen. Would you just stop doing puns all the time, all right?
What do you mean?
Which Pliny wouldn't do that, would he? Pliny wouldn't keep making puns all the time. It's too much and it isn't funny. So
Well,
stop.
for me it's the relentlessness and repetition that makes it funny.
Well, it isn't funny.
Well, I think it is
Well,
funny.
it isn't funny.
Well,
so
you
stop
can't
it.
just say that because humour is subjective, isn't it? My
No.
opinion of what's funny is as valid as yours.
No, it isn't, because I
It
know.
is. Look, I thought up the character.
You
of Pliny.
did not.
I did,
We
I up
thought
the
it up
voice, and it came
together.
from there.
You didn't think
I
up the
did.
voice. I told you to do that.
I am Roger Crowley, the wickedest man who has ever lived, ever. On Tuesday, I hijacked a goods train carrying a shipment of nuclear weapons. Leaving the driver for dead, I hurried off and set up the warheads in my garden, primed to destroy every major city in the world. I did warn you, my friends, but you chose not to listen. I hope you have enjoyed laughing at me these past few weeks. But who has the last laugh? Me. Quite literally me. Ha ha! Let the mayhem commence.
Come on, Roger. The tea's on the table.
Yes, Mother, just coming.
What are you doing in there? I've got you a nice egg and everything. We get to move on. It's all get cold.
Screw you. Screw you. I'm out of here. I've had enough of you. That's it. Let's see how you get on your own. Go on. Love to see that. Idiot.
This week, we'll be looking at the society of pre-Christian Britain. Julius Caesar's histories claimed it was a primitive land, but is it possible that our view of our own history is coloured by Caesar's annoyance at the failure of his 3 invasions? There will be a prize of a Pliny pencil case for the best essay I receive on the subject this week.
All right, then. I'll give you one more chance. All right?
Flight, like a bird's flight. Hey!
Brilliant. Goodbye, children. Now, about this cabin boy you sold. Come on, what was that all about?
Sorry, I think viewers at home may have lost transmission again there for the 8th week running. We were going to try and sort that out, but it hardly seems worth it now, does it? Anyway, Rich.
Very strange, that, yeah. Well, we've already seen him, and you can vote about whether he lives or dies. Please let him live. He is my own flesh, blood, and pith. But for now, it's time for him to ask his curious question for this week. Please welcome the Curious Orange. Here he comes. The Curious Orange, ladies and gentlemen. Curious Orange. Hello, the Curious Orange.
I am the Curious Orange.
You never said you weren't. Of course you are.
Because I am, you know, and I'm not Roger.
No.
Well, I never, that's ridiculous. And so what I was wondering, what are you curious about this week, the Curious Orange?
Well, Dad, I'm Curious Orange. I'm curious about this conundrum. And the conundrum is the following words. Where is my jelly?
What?
Where's my jelly? I'm the Curious Orange and I'm... jelly.
The Curious Orange, jelly, a cardboard box. Something here is awry. I don't think that you are the Curious Orange.
I'm the Curious Orange.
All right. Well, if you are the Curious Orange, right, then who's that over there?
Ah! What? How? Is this studio enchanted? Is this a mirror? Or did I spawn twins that fateful night?
Well, I am the real Roger. I mean Curious Orange. He is an imposter.
No, I'm Curious Orange. 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 Clearly. Listen.
Oh, you poor mouldy fool. That is not my sound. This is... Curious Orange, I told you.
All right, let's see about that.
Oh, no. Rumbled. No, I'm not Curious Orange.
No.
I am Roger.
That was a brilliant disguise, though, Rob. Brilliant disguise.
Yeah, it was a wicked scheme to dress up as a Curious Orange. so I could get 3 green jelly.
Right.
And you know what, fellas? I'd have gotten away with it too if it hadn't have been for you pesky, meddling twats.
Right. Oh, this is a family show. You must not use
It's
language.
a live show. I can say what the...
Show you can't. You be quiet.
So,
you be quiet, Rodger. Don't look so pleased yourself. Stop it. Don't do that. Stop it.
You are not the Curious Orange.
No, I tricked you all.
But you're not Rod Hull,
No,
either.
I am him. I am him. And now I will bid you adieu because I am Rod Hull.
Oh, it's very interesting, Rod, because a special package was delivered to the BBC today, and it was this green jelly.
Jelly, you say?
That's right, and there was a note attached to it that said the jelly could only be given to someone who was not Rod Hull.
All right. I admit it. Anything for the jelly. I'm not Rod Hull. False arm. False sin. Now give me the jelly.
Well, that is very interesting, Rod, because the note attached to that jelly really said...
What did it really say?
Said that it could look at it wobbling. It said it could only be given to someone who in fact was Rod Hull.
Oh, the pain. Oh, my arm.
No good,
My
Rod.
real arm.
No, I'm just going to have to throw this jelly away.
No! Bless you, God, for making me like jelly this way!
The fool said to me, "If God is good, then why does he allow bad things to happen?" I replied,
And that is the end of the show. Thanks for watching the series. Time now for the final results of our Curious Orange Sing or Die phone-in.
Sing, he's my son, let him sing.
Well, a staggering 49% or 325 of you voted for the Curious Orange to be crushed into a pulp.
While a bigger 51% or 339 voted to hear the Orange sing his song again. So the Curious Orange, sing your song!
Come and dance, little children.
I am in love with the world, with its sky and its seas and its plains. I am in love with the world as it spins round my soul again. I fell in love with the world when it gave me a place to be. You cannot fall out of love with your world shining through. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm sorry, I've just been told there's been a miscount. The audience actually voted for you to be crushed to a pulp. Rob, come and give me a hand.
I'll be back.